Stanton. Well, gosh, I can hardly wait. Boy, you can hardly wait, Howdy. I'm all up in the air, too. I don't know what's delaying those fellas. Look, kids!
And happy Saturday morning. Great to have you with us once again.
And presenting for the first time live, the Pacemaker.
There we go.
Yeah, I didn't come up with that. That was his idea, but I just thought I had to do an intro.
That's it. Ain't no peacemaker. It's a pacemaker here. So, oh, I figured where it's basically the Halloween show a little bit, figured I'd dress up a little bit. So, this is really the only costume I have around. But I said, well, why not? We'll have some fun. So, but I got to take the mask off because the mask, it's tight. So, there we go.
There we go. The hat matches anyway.
That's it. That's it. How you doing, brother?
Well, like we were talking earlier before we started having problems, man, I had a music show last night, and we had to get set up like at 5 o'clock, and it was like 20 minutes from where I work, so there was no chance to come home and rest or eat supper or anything. I pretty much had to take my clothes and my gear and all that stuff. So got up at 4:15 yesterday, and I got home like at 1:15 this morning.
Whew.
So, and today, we talked earlier, we both got to do a hard cutoff here at about 12 o'clock because my oldest grandson's coming over, and we're going to watch him for a while. And then I got to pack up and do it all over again tonight as soon as they come get him. So it's been crazy this week.
I hear you, man. I hear you. It is crazy. And yes, we do have to do a hard cutoff at noontime because my son is here and he's helping me stack up the last 2 loads of wood I've got for the wintertime. So I don't want to leave all the work to him. So I want to be able to get out there and give him a hand as best I can. And so we'll see if we can't get out of here at noontime today and give everybody a break in between.
Yeah. That's it's one of those weeks where like you feel like everybody's tugging at you. You know, it's all great to have the attention and all that. Well, and I've got cousins coming in to visit my folks from Ohio, and usually I go see them. But where I had all the music booked and I was watching my grandson, and I said, well, if you guys aren't doing anything Saturday night, and he said, well, we got our mom and we got 2 16-year-olds with us, so we can't come to where you're playing. So,
oh.
And my mom's like, are you sure you can't come? I said, Mom, I'm not going to have time. Love to, but they're like an hour and 20 minutes away.
Oh,
so that's
man.
like 3 hours of driving, and with everything I got going on today, I just couldn't do it. I hate it, but that's life sometimes.
That's it. Well, let's get this shindig started. What do you say we bring in the peanut gallery?
Let's do that.
All right, here we go. And good morning to everybody in the Peanut Gallery. Thank you once again for spending your Saturday with us. We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, we surely do. We like I say, if there was no you, there would be no us. I mean, we still be here, but we just be yakking at each other, So
That'd be it, too.
be
All right.
really happy to have everyone.
Absolutely. And we're starting off, as we always do, with Anthony Perdue and his comic book childhood memory. So let's. And thank you once again, Anthony, for providing us with your comic book memory. So here we go. He says, "Good morning, Peanut Peers. The ghostly trio I encountered was at a clothing warehouse I worked night shift at. The upstairs work area was haunted by a man, a woman, and a little girl 7 to 8 years old." Ooh.
Reports from workers and security staff monitoring the cameras prompted an investigation, which officially confirmed the presence of a ghostly trio. My supervisor, Salvador,
told me this when I reported seeing a mysterious woman upstairs watching me and my partner as we loaded boxes onto a conveyor belt. 2 weeks later, upstairs, I saw the man.
both him and the woman had late 1950s, early 1960s hairstyles and clothing. A month later, while upstairs in the break room sitting down drawing, I heard the sound of
Little bare feet approaching me. I could feel the little girl next to me looking at my character drawings. Her voice was soft and friendly as she said, "Hello." I said, "Hello, darling," as I turned
to see if she was visible, but she was gone. I never encountered them again, but of course they were still around. 6 months later, my shift was told that we would be the last shift
on duty because in the morning the company was shutting down for COVID. When I finished drawing upstairs, I looked around, addressing the little girl, and said, "This one's for you, darling."
I said, I won't be around here anymore for a while. I left a picture of little kids and their pets on parade. Hopefully, she had a chance to see it before daytime security came around.
And threw away the picture I made for the youngest member of the ghostly trio I encountered. Oh, very cool. Very appropriate, too, on today. That's wicked cool. I've never had any experiences with ghosts or anything like that. Always kind of wanted to, but never have. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know if you call it ghost, but there was a time, I guess I was like 12 or 13 years old, and my dad worked away from home for 10 or 12 years. And when we got so old, it was like I was watching my little sister, I was taking care of things, and my mom worked like odd shifts, second, third shift. And I was laying on my bed as usual at that time with a big pile of comic books around me, and I was like, I had my head at the foot of the bed, and my window was on the other side of the room, right? Like you have that little twilight moment, like you're going to drift off to sleep, and just kind of weird stuff comes into your head and weird images. Well, I thought I was having one of those moments because I looked up and there was these two big red eyes in my window, but they were like this far apart, right? So it wasn't like a person. So I just kind of like blinked my eyes real hard. So, okay, I'm just, had that little moment, and I was drifting off, and they were still there. So I got kind of scared. And of course, didn't know what it was, and so I just kind of like I didn't look at the window again. And first thing I did, I went and got my dad's shotgun. And I was peering around. Just think about it now, I probably wouldn't do it now. But I got outside and I was like looking around at the window. Nobody out there, and there was no footprints, no nothing. I was like, and so when my mom came in from work that night, like at 12 o'clock, I was sitting in a recliner with that shotgun, like it's just asleep. What in the world were you doing?
Oh, wow.
Because I knew I was awake, right? Because I did the thing. Okay, I got up. Okay, the eyes were still there. I'm like, okay, we got to see what this is. You didn't know what it was, an animal, and I was like, it was too far apart to be human, So
yeah,
I don't know. I tell people that story, and it scares them to death just me telling it. Cousins, I've told that when I was younger, especially, and I'm like, guys, that's what I saw. I don't know what it was. Somebody was pranking me or what it was, but there I was, 12 years old.
ready for whatever comes your way.
Young Barty Fife, me and my bullet, right? So, I don't know, man. I still don't know what it was, but there we are.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Anthony, thank you so much for that great story. I mean, that's wicked cool. I've never experienced anything with ghosts, but that's pretty wicked cool right there. So, thank you so much once again for sharing that memory with us. We greatly appreciate it, my friend. All right, let's see what else is going on. Let's see here. Well, I think we all know what's coming up next. That's right. It's Easy Comic Reader's musical stylings. His comic song of the day. Let's see what he says. He says, "Good morning, everyone." He waving to everybody. He says, "To the tune of Copacabana by Barry Manilow." We used to call him Barry Mangled Nose back when I was in school.
Yeah, sound like that character on Monty Python, Throat Warbler Mangrove.
Oh, well, also, you ready? You want to try this with me, or?
Man, I'm going to let you do it because I didn't have any advance notice of this. And my voice is about gone from last night, so I might give you some bongos from the Copa.
After the way I butchered last week's for his tribute to Michael Taylor, I don't know if I should do another one. Oh, all right. We'll give it a try. Pacemaker. Here we go. His name is Hot Rod. He loves his comics. With a spinner rack nearby. With a spinner rack very near. Great comics sitting there. He don't merengue, no, but loves the ha-ha. And Brother Shannon's never far. Unless he's strumming a bass guitar across the crowded floor to buy more and more. They're forever young and have each other. Who could ask for more? On the comic book memories, the hottest spot on YouTube here. On the comic book memories. Comics and passion are always the fashion on CBM. We fall in love. We fall in love with comics.
That's awesome, man.
Oh, Easy. Thank you so much for making it very easy on me this week because I do like that song. I do like Barry Manilow. So it was very good. This is awesome. This is great. This is going to go on the next album. What is it? We must be on like album.
Yeah, we don't have, we already crowded. There's no more room on the Greatest Hits Volume 1, so this is Greatest Hits Volume 2, Side 1.
Awesome. Easy. Thank you so much once again. Greatly appreciated as always. Tremendous job. I just hope I did you well, my friend. Hope I did you proud.
That was great. I just wasn't prepared to do anything today, man. I'm crashed.
Oh, let's see who else is in the house here. We got I Am One of Us. Hey, good morning, I Am One of Us. Great to have you with us once again.
Morning,
He says hello and good morning, giving us a big wave to everyone. Thank you so much.
And we got Maranya, she who wields the wrench. She's in the house.
Yes. There we go.
And she says, that's a heartwarming supernatural story, Anthony. It certainly was. And welcome, Lady Maranya.
Yes, Lady M, thank you once again for helping us out and running herd on this place. We appreciate it as always. Great to see you. She also says, ECR, thank you for another great chair dancing song dedicated to Hot Rod and Brother Shannon. Yes, sir, Bob.
Yeah, it was awesome. And she also says, good morning to I Am One of Us.
And she also says, good morning, Rod, Shannon, the Peanut Gallery, Not to the Day, the studio audience, and Miranya's Legion of Peanut Pets. Should we run the Legion of Peanut Pets right now?
Why not?
All right, let's run that right off the bat, because sometimes I forget it. There we go. We got everybody in there. All right. And we got Jay Lucian. Hey, Jay, great to have you with us, man.
Hey, Jay. He says, morning, Rod and Shannon, morning, Rod and fellow Peanuts, and good morning to you, sir. Happy to have you.
Great to have you with us once again. Thank you for spending part of your Saturday with us. And Maranya says, good morning to Squiggy.
And I'm one of us says, hello, nice to see you to Maranya.
And Eric K is with us. Hey, Eric.
Eric.
He says, good morning, everyone. Just received a text from Rod. Lost internet, but hopefully be back up soon. Thank you so much for letting everybody know, too. I appreciate that, Eric. Thank you so much. Luckily, it was just a little glitch, so we were able to get back on our usual 3, 4, 5 minutes past. So thank you.
We are late much. Just for you. And then he says, so he will be more late than normal.
Exactly. They know us. And Maranya says, oh, dear, I hope the internet hamsters get back on them running on Rod's wheels soon. Yeah, it didn't take them too long, so we can't complain. It's been out a lot longer before, so I was panicking big time. So, hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe. And he says, good morning, Rod and Shannon, and, of course, all you Peanuts out there. And hello to you, sir.
Yes, great to have you with us once again, Joe. Thank you so much. Eric K says, it would be nice. It could be the mice that live in his basement chewing through some wires. Yeah, well, I just had to get rid of a couple more. It's starting to get that season where it gets cold outside. They start finding their way in. Yeah, I had to get rid of a couple of them just, a week ago? So I don't want another incident where I open a long box and find it shredded or something. Would not be good.
And he's telling us, okay, we're back up and running. They should be here soon.
Go Bing. Thank you. And Eric Breen, the professor, is with us.
Welcome, Eric.
Great to have you with us, Eric. Great to have you with us. He says, Rod's sitting in front of his TV waiting for the show to begin again, isn't he? He knows me. He knows me.
Like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. One of those old comic book farts I saw on TV last week. And Michael Taylor's in the house.
Hey, Michael.
Hello, Rob, Shannon, and fellow Peanuts. And hello to you, sir. Happy Saturday.
Hello, hello, hello. And thank you once again for hanging out with us. We appreciate it, Michael. And Werewolf by Lunchtime is with us once again.
And Bob's.
He's saying, "What's up, guys? Just another fun-filled Saturday morning. I mean, it wouldn't be fun-filled if we made it on time, right? So, but here we are. Great to have you with us."
And the Jackson Roy Kirk is in the house. Welcome, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
And he says, good thing this is starting. I was getting on my phone to complain to the TV station.
There we go. That's it. He's got our back. He's going to let him know.
Way to get it done.
And Jay Lucian says, Laverne.
And Jackson Roy Kirk, Hobbs, I mean, Shirley.
Jackson says, Squiggy. We got introducing all the characters.
Right. Jay's gonna laugh.
And Well by Lunchtime says, I don't want to be Shirley no more, Laverne.
And Rangers lies in the house.
Ranger, how you doing?
How's it up there in the north?
Yeah. He's saying howdy.
Everyone.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, it's always scary to see what Rod is going to dress up as. That's what my family says, too.
And Maranya says, good morning, Hungarian, Eric and Eric, Michael, Shirley, Laverne, and Ranger.
Got them all right in there. Boom. And the Jackson Roykirk says, Dad, if you're going to help me, please take off the costume. Yeah. My son's already, you should have seen his face when I went out. He was down doing, started his laundry. So I went out and around and said hi to him. And he turns around and he goes, hey, what?
Young people just don't know how to fun, do they?
He just shakes his head. He knows. He's been with me all his life most of the time, and he knows.
And Eric says, but leave the mask on.
Yeah, he probably would. Everybody would probably like that. Absolutely. Crazy Hungarian Joe, he says, good morning to Maranya.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, yeah, you've heard that enough, haven't you, Eric? Me and friend. My and friend.
And well, by lunchtime, he's sigh. Hi, Maranya. Big wave.
And Michael Taylor saying hi to Maranya also.
And Tempest from Mars is with us once again. Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome, Tempest. He said, afternoon, everyone.
Cool beans, cool beans. Hope everything's going well over there. And Maranya says, would you rather be Carmine Werewolf or is that Rico?
And Werewolf says, can I just be Hobbs, Maranya?
And Miranda says, good morning from this side of the pond, TFM. Cool beans.
And says, well, what would Laverne be without Shirley?
Well, by lunchtime says, I blame Easy.
And Easy.
Easy. Oh. And Maranya says, or you can be Lenny and Rico can be the big ragu. Oh my gosh, the big ragu.
And Michael Taylor saying hi to ECR.
Maranya says, good morning, ECR.
And ECR saying morning, Michael.
The Jackson Roykirk says, easy, easy, easy.
Mrs. Maranya.
And the Jackson Roykirk says, I haven't seen any ghosts, but The Walking Dead, however.
And ECR says, the Jackson Roykirk salute.
Maranya says, my storytime memory today involves the novel Dracula. I was reading it for my college fantasy and sci-fi class. The professor said not to read it alone or late at night. Well,
I didn't listen and did both of those things. I didn't have any nightmares at all doing that.
Shannon had a dirty, hairy moment, says Michael. You ready with that shotgun?
The morning of the day we were scheduled to read a new novel, I woke up and checked my neck for bite marks because I dreamed I got bit by old Vlad himself. True story.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. I can see where that might scare you as a kid. And Higgy Pop is with us. Hey, Higgy, great to have you with us, man.
Higgy.
He's saying hello, Peanuts.
And the Jack and Roger says, Higgy, Higgy, Higgy.
The hardest working man in videos. Absolutely. And Maranya says, thank you for listening to Story Time with Maranya. There we go. Thank you for that story, Maranya. Always nice.
And Higgy Pop says, hey there, Hot Rod and Shannon the Bass Cannon. Hello to you, sir. Hope you have a great Saturday.
Hope everything's going well for you. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. Whoops. My finger is double clicking here. And Maranya says, we now return you to our regularly scheduled Comic Book Memories program, already in progress.
And Werewolf says, 12 years old with a shotgun. When I was 12, I only played with one thing. All right, family show, guys.
Maranya says, Higgy Pop, another bell for Higgy. Whoops. There we go.
And Higgy says, hi, Maranya and Easy and Werewolf.
And Maranya says, that's way too much information there, Lenny. Yes.
And Werewolf saying, hey to Higgy.
Easy Comic Reader says, brother Higgy.
And Michael says, Barry Manilow had one of those great voices. I like some of his tunes.
Yep, I make fun of him because that's what we called him, was Barry Manglenose, but I enjoyed his music. I really did. So Iggy Pop says, Rod, you nailed it. Oh man, you're too kind, because either that or, like I said before, you need hearing aids, because I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
Good to me. So Michael Taylor says, bravo, ECR, fantastic as usual.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sirree. That was great. And ECR says, hot diggity, hot rod styling and profiling, baby. Well, thank you so much, ECR. Just glad I didn't embarrass you too bad.
And Jackson says, this is Casey Kasem, and here's the fastest song to reach #1, the Comic Cabana.
There you go. The Comic Cabana. I love it. I love it, Jackson. You got it. And the professor says, if being a comic collector means having to listen to Barod Manilow, I'm switching back to baseball cards. And I wouldn't blame you one bit, Eric.
But he keeps showing up for all this. I don't get it. And I'm one of us says, Doctor, you're singing a lot better today. I'm glad you like the song.
I feel so bad for both ECR and for Michael and for the rest of the listening audience, the way I butchered last week's song, man. I shouldn't have even showed my face anywhere. So Ranger Sly says, fun lyrics, Easy Comic Reader. Well done once again. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, great stuff. And Michael says, only Maranya can lift the wrench, Queen of Thunder.
There you go. Iggy Pop says, I was just in time to catch Anthony Perdue's story. Great job, amigo. Yeah, that was a great story. That was a very, very cool story indeed.
And ECR says, thank you, Ranger.
And Trusty Sidekick is here. Hey.
Hey, Trusty, good to see you.
Great to have you with us, Trusty. Greetings. I can't do it in the voice like he does. Greetings, true believers. He just does the best imitation of Stan Lee I've ever heard. Just incredible. Sounds just like him.
And Ron says, Trusty, the governor of traps in our Scooby-Doo readings.
That's right. And he says, the ever-loving blue-eyed Maranya.
And she says, Ben Grimm makes my brown eyes blue.
There you go. Well, what was it? Linda Ronstadt? Is that her song? And Jackson Roy Kirk says, Trusty.
Rusty says creator.
Michael Taylor says, Rod, mice are not on your cat's diet. No, and they're too old now. They don't chase them anymore. They used to be really good mousers in their younger days. Not so much now. We had to take one of the cats yesterday to the vets, and he's showing his age, man. Poor George.
And Warroll says, if Shannon is interested in finding out how much it would cost to send several thousand comics to Australia, I'll be more than happy to provide my address.
There you go.
Hey, even if I was going to do that, I don't think I would have the strength to pull those boxes out and get them down the stairs, man.
Imagine the mailman when he, here you go, take these away. Michael Taylor says, I'm Laverne. Don't call me Shirley. Oh, there we go. We got the pause line. That means it's time to show some comics. What do you got there, brother?
I got some spooky stuff, a couple of little pickups. But if you don't mind, you go ahead and show what you want to show first. I'm going to get a coffee refill, and maybe I can try to get in better voice here.
All righty, then.
It's all you.
Here we go. All right. Well, let's see what I got back here. Holding some stuff. You know what? Here we go. I wanted to start off with one of my favorite characters, and he is kind of a spooky supernatural character. And I know he's a favorite of Shannon's, and I'm sure he's a favorite of some of you out there, and that is the Phantom Stranger. So here we go. This is his series after he had appeared in Showcase. They gave him his own series. So here's number 1. And it's so nice, we like it twice. Or is it so nice we like it thrice?
You get in my boxes again, Rod.
Oh, I'm telling you. I don't even know where the third one came from. I remember having 2, but I don't remember the third one. And here we go with number 2.
Yeah, that's great. I love that series. I was lucky enough to complete that one a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it's just I was just saying. I know you're a big fan of the character as much as I am, and he really is. It was one of those things like, there we go. We're bringing myself again. When like he would show up in like Justice League, it was like, oh, that's cool. It was like the Spectre showing up, or Dead Man showing up, or Metamorpho showing up. Those characters that we like. Oh, they're going to get a little FaceTime in the comic book. All right.
And I was like, I don't want to join as a formal member, but I will be here when you need me.
Absolutely. It was just, and he always added, you knew it was going to be some kind of supernatural element. And he was just a fascinating character to me. Here we go with number 3.
Oh, we got the Neil Adams stuff going now.
Yeah, sir. And because I can't stop breathing myself, do you think I like Phantom Stranger? Oh, here we go with number 4.
Oh yeah.
Follow me, for I am the Phantom Stranger. I would think this would be a very easy either movie or TV show. I would like to see like a TV show of Phantom Stranger. Wouldn't that be cool?
It would be great.
I think it would be very easy because you really don't have to have an elaborate costume or special effects. You know, here's number 5. He just always fascinated me. Somebody who can fight in a suit. Hey, he's got something going on.
Right.
Here we go with number 6. The Headless Horseman.
Yeah, the stories are great, and then you get all that great artwork. Neil Adams. I think Neil Adams did a few interiors on that too, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got all the great Jim Aparo art.
I mean, You really can't beat it. It was written well. I love the artist that they had on it. I just like the character. Here's number 7. Got the spooky tree, gonna grab him. Here we go with number 8. That's what I feel like right there. Like I'm out in the frozen tundra today. Here we go with number 9. Number 9. Do that voodoo you do so well. Here we go with number 10. I like this look. Where they had the little thing up here in the corner.
I love that little logo.
Yeah, that just kind of adds to this. This is like one of those gothic covers.
Yeah, I was getting it looks like one of those Forbidden Mansion of the Dark Mansion, Forbidden Love covers. Like
yes.
Gothic stuff, and all the old paperbacks would have those covers on them.
And again, so nice. I like it twice. All right, here's number 11.
Neil Adams on the cover.
Number 12. I like this one too. The green just kind of makes it eerie.
Yep.
Number 13.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Would you like to play a game? Here's another really great cover. Number 14. Look at that.
It's like if Swamp Thing and Man Thing had a baby.
Exactly. You're right. Oh, Spectre of the Stalking Swamp.
You have to get that series just for the covers alone.
Oh, and then I think I had a couple of them here. What did I do with them? Pull this one out. I thought I knew I took them out. Anyway, we jumped to 19, even though I do have the entire run. I don't have them together. So another wintry. And number 20.
Yeah, going to the 20 centers and the Jim Aparo. Yeah.
Couldn't go wrong. There we go. Oh, all right. We'll bring us back together here. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. And as the pause line, thank you once again, Maranya, helping out, keeping us in line. And Michael Taylor says, Rod, you did a better job than I would have, trust me. Well, you're too kind, Michael. So, like I said, I realize I can't carry a tune in a bucket, but, it's just never let him kill the dream. Eric Breen says, next week, maybe we can get another song by Marty Roddens. I like what you did there. I'm a huge Marty Robbins fan. Easy Comic Reader says, done. Thumbs up. Thank you. The Jackson Roykirk says, tell the truth about your cats, Rod. You've got them spoiled. All they want to do is sit around and read comics. Well, I don't know about read them, but when I have them out, they certainly like to lay on them. If I've got it reading on my lap, it'll get up in my lap just like, this is nice and comfortable, nice and cool. I'm going to lay right here. It's like, I don't know if they'll be reading them, but they certainly do like them.
Yeah, that'll be one of those instances where Rod falls asleep and he's taking a nap, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, and he's like, how to get cat hair in my mouth.
That happens more often than you realize. That's the truth, too. That is the truth. Rod's cats read Tom and Jerry, Top Cat, and I saw them hiding issues of Catwoman under their bed, the little scamps. There you go.
Yeah.
Gotta keep your eye on them both. I'm telling you. And the professor says, easy comic reader, cool beans. Hey, Dr. Von Chiller is with us.
Hey, John, good to see you.
Great to have you with us, John. Hope everything's going well. He says, howdy, y'all. And a howdy to you, sir. Eric K says, hey, Dr. V. And Maranya says, John, good to see you. How are you and Lady Pauline doing today? Yes, we want to know. Eric K says, love Phantom Stranger. I am very slowly putting that series together. I have 3 issues so far. Did I say slowly? He says. I didn't say slowly. I hear you, Eric. It's a great series. As my brother here can attest, it's a great series to read, man.
That was one. I mean, mostly I was into superheroes when I was a kid, like you. But DC had such great horror and mystery books, and that became like, okay, I have to get that book. Along with Justice League and Flash and Superboy and Brave and Bold. You just have to get that book.
Absolutely. Like I said, those characters like him and Deadman, Spectre, whenever they appeared in any of the other DC superhero books, man, it was like, ooh, special. All right. Love it. So let's see. Trusty Sidekick says, I always enjoyed Dick Dillon drawing Phantom Stranger in JLA. Dick Dillon, very prolific for the JLA. Absolutely. Michael Taylor says, great Phantom Strangers. If and when I start collecting comics again, that's a title I want to collect, and I'm getting close to collecting comics again. Oh, very cool. Yeah.
That's stuff we want to hear. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then you can start making videos and showing comics. Oh, cool. Love it. Michael Taylor also says, hi, John. Good to see you. You've been missed. Yes, you have.
He is. Yes.
And the professor says, I better lay off the Irish coffee. I keep seeing double. That might be a little something extra.
I got one good for each of you.
Oh, I just saw that clip yesterday. Oh, I love that movie. Oh, you're the drunk piano player. I love it. Oh, Eric says, me too, Trusty. Dylan did a great job drawing the JLA for so long. Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. I know about Eric's love for Dick Dillon. We all kind of share that.
Yeah. And the Jackson Roykirk. Michael, do you have any comics now, or are you starting over completely? Are you starting completely over? And Dr. Von Chilla says, at 18 months, Pauline is into her adult years and habits. More independent, she doesn't follow me around everywhere I go anymore. It used to unnerve me at times, but I'm starting to miss it now. Starting to develop her little personality, right? Cool beans. And the Jackson Roykirk says, hey, kid, if you take that comic off the spinner rack, you're going to have to buy it. There you go. How many times did you hear that in the store?
You think this is the library?
Exactly. I was just going to say, that's the other one. This ain't a library. I used to go to a place called the Snack Bar. You guys have heard me talk about it right here in the town I live in now when I was a kid. And he was a cantankerous old man who ran the place, and his wife helped him run it too. But she was the sweetest lady ever. And he would go, this ain't a library, and then she'd just go ahead. Just great memories. And Trusty says, Eric K., the first 2 subscriptions by mail that I had were the Justice League of America and Iron Man. Comics shipped in brown paper sleeves. It was lucky that they arrived undamaged. Yeah, it was lucky when they arrived undamaged. Oh my gosh. I never had any subscriptions. Did you have subscriptions?
I didn't when I was a kid, but later on, my sister was like in her last year of high school, and they had some kind of thing with the Beta Club where they were like selling magazine subscriptions. And I was like, okay, let me look. But they actually had comics, but they only had 2, but they were Fantastic Four and Avengers. So this was like early '80s, so I got like a subscription to both for a year. So it was like the time during the John Byrne run on Fantastic Four, and issues past 200 on Avengers. So like for a year, but then I think by that time they had started mailing them flat in cardboard mailers. Back in the day, they folded them in half and put that little brown wrapper on them. So that's where you got the subscription crease.
The subscription crease, right? Oh wow. Yeah, see, I never that was again, it was one of those things like sending away for back issues. It never occurred to me in my world that that was possible for me to do, you know? It was just no, I get what's on the rack and whatever's there, that's what I get to choose from, you know.
Yeah, any penny. If I had 25 cents for a back issue, I mean, it's where it went. I mean, I ordered so many back issue catalogs and made so many orders. I mean, I can imagine if you had done that when you were a kid, you would have any room to move right now behind you. You'd be like,
Yeah, you're probably right.
our comic book memories again this week. You know, so,
Especially once I started earning an allowance, a weekly allowance. Yeah, because that's where it went. It went to comics, my weekly allowance. I'd get to go to the theater. I'd go to the movies on Friday night. And then right around the corner from the theater, I would go out, get some comics, and my folks would pick me up at about 9 o'clock at night. Man, it was great. Great times. Mike Taylor says, Jackson, I'll have to start collecting from scratch. I saw a very cool Golden Age Captain Marvel Jr. That may be the first one.
oh wow, that's a great.
Maybe the
start
first
with.
one. Cool beans. Wow. You'll have to let us know when you start. We want to keep up with your progress. Ranger Sly says, cool comics, Rod. Thank you so much, Ranger. Appreciate that, my friend. Would love to show the spooky comics every once in a while. And Maranya says, just wave some bacon or ham, and Pauline will follow you around again, John. There you go. Hey, Missing Mars, Double M, how you doing?
Hey, good morning, sir. Glad to see you.
Yeah, great to have you back, brother. Hope you're having a great Saturday. He says, good morning, fellow comic book junkies. There we go. He knows this crowd well. Higgy Pop says, love those Phantom Strangers books, Rod. Thank you so much, Higgy, man. I know you got some. Well, I know you got a few. And V. Jackson Roykirk says, Mars. Michael Taylor says, fantastic Phantom Strangers, Rod. Thank you very much, Michael. Appreciate that, my friend. And Maranya says, good morning, Double M. How are you and Ludwig doing today? Yes, we want to know. And Dr. Von Chilla says, I am the Phantom Stranger. Seriously. I love it. Iggy Pop says, howdy, John. Missing Mars says, Jackson, hello. Maranya, too. Ludwig is running after nothing all through the house. He's just playing. He's just having fun. That's all. And Dr. Von Chilla says, hi, 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 my little droogies. Werewolf by Lunchtime says, I caught Rico reading the Cat's Guide to Opening Tins, the unabridged version. And Maranya says, Big Gora, Eric, shame on you for having the Irish coffee. And Eric says, I got it from Anna Watkins, Maranya. I'm not familiar with Anna Watkins. Maranya says, whoo, that's 200 proof Irish coffee to be sure. Uh-oh, little something extra. And V. Jackson Roykirk says, love those Watkins girls. Uh-oh, that must be some kind of alcohol, I would take it. And the professor says, off to the record store. Have a great rest of the stream, comic kids. Thank you so much, Eric, for hanging out with us. I appreciate it, my friend. Take care.
Glad you could be with us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, buddy.
And V. Jackson Roykirk says, have a good one, and friend. Maranya says, take care, Eric, and be safe. Dr. Von Chilla says, see you later, Eric. And Eric K says, Trusty, I did have one subscription to the JLA during the time comics cost about 40 cents. I faintly remember those brown wrappers. There you go.
Yeah.
Missing Mars says, interesting factoid on the spinner rack. The squeaky noise they made when turned was by design so the store owner could tell when kids were at the rack. It sounds plausible to me. I'll go with it. And I am one of us, says Eric Breen. Have fun. Hope you find some good LPs today, he says. There we go. Michael Taylor says, luckily, I never heard that at my candy store. The workers were very cool. Oh, yeah. And Michael Taylor says, you too, Eric. Hey, quite enough sayers with us. Great to have you with us, QNS. Thank you so much for spending part of your Saturday with us. He says, greetings, Rod and Shannon. In the early 80s, I subscribed to Marvel, and the comics were in brown sleeves, but not folded over. Ah.
Around the time I had mine, yeah.
Cool beans. He also says, if I remember correctly, if I remember incorrectly, then I wonder how none of them have subcreases. So, yeah, that's one thing I never occurred to me to do. Michael Taylor said, Rod, I definitely will. Cool beans. I love it. We wanna hear the story of your return to comics. There we go. Wolf by Lunchtime says, PS 16 is my favorite cover. Do you have that one? Yeah, I got it. I just don't know where it is. I had some of them in the rack and then some of them in the box. And I don't know. I thought I pulled out a bunch of this. Well, here we go. All right. I'll show him real quick. His 17. Real quick. Ah, being chased down the road. Down the subway. And here is number 16 right here. There you go.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
There we go. Put it up a little bit. There we go. The Wax, House of Wax. So there you go. And then here's number 15.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like a voodoo cover. So
zombie. Or a robot zombie.
Yeah, it's a robot zombie. There we go. So there you go. We aim to help here. We aim to please. And Dr. Von Chilla says, I started cutting grass, raking leaves, and pulling weeds for dollars in the neighborhood when I was about 8 years old. I started making that comic book money early. Yeah. I really didn't get an allowance till I think probably 8th grade. I think it might have been 8th grade. Up until that point, I couldn't walk out my front door, walk up to the bus stop without either my great-grandmother or my grandmother saying, hey, come here, and they'd give you a quarter, And boy, those quarters added up because then that afternoon I'd be going with my grandfather down to the store.
It's like that old joke. As the grandmother says to her little 8-year-old grandkids, "Hey, come here," and he says, "Why?" I said, "Well, you're over there. Come over here." So you go over there, and he's like, "Here's $5, and don't tell your mother." And he kind of looks at her and says, "It's going to cost you more than that."
I like that. That. An enterprising kid. There we go. And Miranda says, Eric plays Anna Watkins, C. Watson, in our readings. It's reminiscent of Foster Brooks. Oh, Foster Brooks, I do know.
Oh, yeah.
Foster Brooks was he was a favorite of mine when he used to be on those Dean Martin roasts.
I've got that whole set on DVD.
Oh, I'm looking for it. I got to get that because I just love those roasts. I was a little kid, but I still thought those were very cool and very funny. And the fact that Foster Brooks never drank and he did that was basically like an imitation of his father, if I'm not mistaken. That's incredible. Maranya says, greetings, QNS. Eric K says, speaking of the 40-cent Justice League books, there were some great stories during that time. It might be my next video spotlighting those issues. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric's been knocking it out of the park with these videos. Everybody needs to go check out his channel, those of you that haven't.
Yeah, he just did a really nice update on his room. Did like a little room tour, which was pretty cool. He's putting up some shelving up there and putting up some books. Love it. Love it. Love it. Michael Taylor says Jerry the Jitterbug is Frankensteining a Wizards 3 first Captain Marvel and is making progress. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Wow. Cool beans. And Michael also says meant Wiz Comics #2. Okay. Still, Golden Age, cool beans. The Jackson Roykirk says they did eventually start mailing subs completely flat by the very late 70s and early 80s. Cool beans. Thank you for that, Jackson. Appreciate the knowledge. And QNS says happy Saturday, Maranya. And Dr. Von Chilla, in the late 70s, a kid in the neighborhood had a subscription to Spidey Super Stories, and his books came flat in a brown wrapper. Cool beans. I just picked up a Spidey Super Stories because number 33 because it had the Hulk in it. So
Nice.
Maranya says when I subscribed to Iron Man from 2010 to 2016, they sent them flat in plastic bag with a cardboard mailer and backing board. When they sent them, I had a few issues that went missing. Oh, ouch. See, that would be my fear. That would be my fear. Hey, Captain Strange Life is with us. Hey, Hans.
Happy Saturday, Hans. Glad to see you.
Yeah, it's great to have you with us, Kevin. Appreciate it once again. He says, I remember 1963, my middle of the block candy and variety store would put jingle bells and garland on the comic book spinner rack during Christmas. The store was run by a mom and pop team. Oh, that's cool.
Nice. That's a great memory.
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure that's a very special memory right there, you know? Because I think of that stuff too. I'm sure you do too. When it comes that time of season, you remember things when you were a kid. Man, fun stuff. Thank you for sharing that, Hans. Appreciate it. And Michael Taylor says, great Phantom Strangers, especially that subway cover. Yeah, that looks like it could be on like one of the other horror mags that DC used to put out. House of Secrets, House of Mystery.
Right.
Maranya says, Hans, good to see you this morning. Yes, it is. And Dr. Von Chilla saying howdy to Hans. And Michael Taylor says, hi, Hans, good to see you. I am one of us saying, hi, Captain. And Captain Strange Life saying, good morning to all the beautiful people in the peanut gallery. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. And look at that. We got the pause line. Thank you so much, Maranya. And you know what that means, brother? You're up. Hey, you're up. It's all you.
Okay. First, guys, I'm going to apologize for my voice because we played outside last night. And this is the time of year the dew starts falling early. So if I'm a horse, that's why. So I'll try to struggle through this. Before I played last night, I had a little time to kill because nobody else had shown up with their equipment yet. So I found an Ollie's in the town we were playing in, and I thought I'd peruse the book rack and whatever else they had. So I found these Thunder Agents Archives still in the shrink wrap.
Oh, very nice, man.
And originally these books were $50 a piece, right? So
yeah,
$9.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Eventually, I want to collect all the series. I'm
trying
to get started with Thunder Agent, but this is a really cool package. And for $9, you can't beat it. This is volume 4. Got all that great Wally Wood and Gil Kane and all those guys that did the art. So great stuff. Yeah, Dan Atkins, Mike Sikowski, Chick Stone, George Tuska, Ogden Whitney, and also found volume 5.
Oh, wow.
Couldn't believe, I say these were $50. And online, I looked on eBay, and these are going from anywhere from like $25 to $50 a piece. So happy to have these. Picked up one other little thing. Had to get it for you fans of Archie comics.
Oh, wow.
And a Jughead action figure. never saw these. It's like $4. Yeah, look at that. It looks just like the classic Jughead with Sam Schwartz.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Apparently, there are 5 you can get some out. Yeah, I'm going to be on the hunt for the other 4 now. The Super 7 by Reaction Figures. So I thought this was awesome. I mean, it made my day. I know a few of you are Archie fans. I know Hans is a fan of Archie comics, so he might be trying to hunt these down too later on.
That is very cool.
So, in the spirit of the upcoming Halloween season, got some spooky stuff. I went to the comic store the other day, and I wanted to dip my toe in the waters on some new comics, and I shared this with Rod and Eric K. and Tex, new stuff, and Higgy. But I always got to look through the dollar boxes, right? And a lot of stuff like from the 70s and 80s, admittedly is lower grade. Which, me, when I'm trying to complete a run, I really don't care. As long as it's complete, if it's not falling apart at the seams or whatever. So I found 4 issues of Weird War Tales for $1 a piece.
Wow.
All of them have these great Joe Kubert covers. This is issue number 80. Like I say, a little beat up. There's people who've written on them and all that kind of stuff, but I don't care. They're complete. You can read them for $1 for a Bronze Age. Yeah, all day.
Absolutely.
And here's number 99, The War That Time Forgot. They brought back those stories. If you remember those old dinosaur covers from, what was it?
Star Spangled.
Yeah, Star Spangled War Story. Yeah. Another great Kubert cover with, you got to love those pterodactyls.
For Michael. There's for Michael Turner.
Michael Turner, yeah.
Taylor, rather. Not Turner. Michael Turner is my cousin.
1981 baseball cards. You got Mike Schmidt and George Brett there. And hey, congratulate! I'm not a big Dodgers fan, but I hate the Yankees worse. And the Dodgers won in 10 innings last night on a grand slam, first game of the World Series.
Well, you know me being a Boston.
Sorry, Michael. I know you're in New York, and I don't know if you're a Yankees fan, but And here we have number 107, another great Joe Kubert cover.
Nice.
And last one of that bunch, another Kubert classic, sort of like a sci-fi western. I don't know. It's got everything in it, man. You got spaceships and Native American skeletons on horses with wings.
Oh wow!
What's not to like, right? So we have to get those. Okay, then we'll get in some. How about some Marvel Bronze Age horror? I don't know what this book is, but I know it's like one of the 70s reprints. It was a childhood copy, obviously. Don't know what it is. All right, here we got some giant-sized chillers. Number 1. Nice. This is a childhood copy because it's got the color pull on it. So what do you have to do if you've got one that's got a color pull? You get one that doesn't have a color.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great stuff. Love these square bound books. So much bang for your buck. And here we have giant sized chillers too with another great cover.
Nice.
And giant sized chillers 3. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Bernie Wrightson cover. Bernie didn't do a whole lot of stuff for Marvel, but the stuff he did do was awesome, just like everything else he did. I always think of Bernie Wrightson at Halloween time. And here we have another. Yeah, here we have another. It's a different giant-sized chillers featuring the Curse of Dracula with a 35-cent cover price and introducing Lilith, Dracula's daughter. So this may be a key. I'm not sure. Haven't looked in a while. And giant-sized Dracula number 2. Pablo Marcos on the cover. Cool stuff. And giant-sized Dracula number 3.
Nice.
You gotta love the monsters. And here's another copy of number 3. Breen's not here, but we're going to Breen him anyway. And Giant Size Dracula number 4. Another great Dracula cover. Haven't pulled these out in a while, so this is kind of fun. I think this is one of my originals. It's kind of a little bit beat up, still fairly good shape. And Giant Size Dracula number 5. That's a good measure, about another number 5.
Now, were those considered the annuals for Dracula, or were they just part of that giant size?
I think they were just part of the giant size. I don't think. I'm not sure if Tomb of Dracula had an annual. I know it ran like 70 issues, but I'm not sure it ever had a. But I guess this was like, supposed to be his annuals or, their version of it.
Yeah, because I think I've got together a list of the giant size that they did. What was it, 1975? I think it was. They did a bunch of them. I think I finally got a list of all of them. So.
Yeah. Okay, we got some more Chillers in its own title. Marvel Chillers number 1, featuring the first appearance of Mordred the Mystic. And number 2 with more Mordred. Say that 10 times real fast. And here we go. Tigra in her own series at last. Marvel Chillers number 3. I always like Tigra. Number 5, I'm missing number 4. It's on the list. The comic show is next Sunday, so. And here's number 6. And guest starring Red Wolf. Look at that one. Another great B and C list character. And here's another copy of 6. And here's number 7 with a Jack Kirby cover. We got Red Wolf, Tiger, and the Super Skrull. How about that?
Oh, wow. That's a weird combination.
Yeah, Jack Kirby on the cover. You can't beat that. Now we're going to get back into some Tomb of Dracula. I've got number 1. It's a childhood copy, so it is severely beat up, but still glad to have it. That Neil Adams cover.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got a friend of mine. He's not really into collecting anymore, but he has the whole run of Tomb of Dracula. He's got 2 copies of number 2, his first appearance of Blade. He will not sell the other copy to me. I've tried. Here's number 2. I thought this was a great cover. Picture frame and John Severin doing Dracula. And I don't have a complete run, but I got some scattered issues. There's another picture frame, number 5. This is a great cover.
Wow.
That's what Mylar does. We have another Neil Adams cover, number 6. Not this one.
That's a great one.
I love that cover. And number 11. And number 15. I love this cover. Number 20. They're shooting at him with wooden bullets from a helicopter. That's what you call ingenuity right there.
That's it.
And the vampire battles vampire in a sinister duel of the unliving. Issue 21.
Nice.
There's another copy of that for some reason. And this is number 22. Got a great cover. Gorna, Lord of the Living Lightning. Still hadn't pulled these out while I still got the original bag. And no, the dollar sticker is not on the Even though you cover filthy 50 centers, that'd be a filthy dollar book right there. Just in case there's another issue for some reason. And And this is a great one. This reminds me of that old Detective Comics cover.
Oh yeah.
Remember the one with Batman kind of in the background, or the castle, and the girl was running?
Right. Yeah. You're right.
Bill Adams, I can't remember the number. It's in the 200s. I'm sure somebody
Wow.
will. Yeah, I had that one as a kid too, so you can tell it's. I'll show one more here. Here's number 24. All right, there we go. I know we're kind of on time restraints here, so.
Oh, all righty. There we go. All righty. Thank you once again, Maranya, for keeping us in line with the line. Here we go, brother.
Okay, Michael Taylor says, great feeling tossing small change on the counter for comics, candy, etc. I feel very fortunate I got to experience. Oh, yeah, as do we.
Yep.
What this show is all about, hearing about those memories and having that feeling you had when you were a kid. And Higgy Pop saying, hey to Hans. Absolutely. And Dr. Von Schill says, second that emotion, Michael.
As do we all.
And Tempest from Mars says, Michael Taylor, if he was truly Frankensteining that, he'd be making it of other comics, wouldn't he? You would think so.
Maybe.
And Comics Embraced is in the house.
Hey! See, how you doing?
So what's up, good peoples?
Great to have you with us.
And my cousin John, we're very fortunate. Yep, we are.
Yes.
We're of that generation, my friend. And Michael Taylor says, yes, Tempest. And Higgy says, great grab on that Thunder Agent, Shannon. Yeah, I was. Usually you'll find maybe just a couple that like that, like the archives or like an old trade or something like that. And of course, they had like the 5 or 6 comics for $5 in the bag, So, but wasn't anything, it's everybody's tastes are different, but I didn't see any DC or Marvel or anything, that I was interested in. But yeah, I was happy to get those Thunder Agents.
I wish they'd have an Ollie's come up around here because I hear Howler all the time. He used to find great deals and stuff like that at Ollie's and stuff like that. And I think I looked, and the closest is like in North Carolina or something like that. I think.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael Taylor says, Shannon, you played outside last night. Aren't you a little too old for that? I absolutely am. But when there's money involved, sometimes you have to take And Ronnie says, good morning to Comics Embraced. And Ranger Side says, love that vintage looking Jughead figure. Need it. Yeah, I was tickled to death. You talk about a kid. I just instantly turned to like 10 years old again. I was like, okay, I got to have the other 4 now.
Yeah, I've never seen that anywhere. So.
And Ron says, Ranger Eric has the Veronica in that series. She's definitely hot cha-cha. That's great. And the Geeky Puppet Show's in the house.
Hey! Great to have you with us.
He says, good morning, kids. And Dr. Von Chillis says, Shannon, I know that October nighttime dew voice. I spent countless hours playing and singing around our Pennsylvania bonfires. If I tried that now, pneumonia would probably kill me. Well, I hope it doesn't get me, but yeah, it will affect you. And Ron says, good morning to Froggy.
Hey.
And Geeky Pepper Show says it's finally reached the high for today's temperature, 54.
Yeah, that's about where we're at up here. So
that's that nor'east weather right there, huh?
Yes, sir.
And Comics Embrace this thing morning tour on you. He says, I know our boy Easy is a weird War Tales fan. Yeah, he certainly is.
Yes, sir.
Michael Taylor says, before the game, I said that this has the making of a great World Series. We still have a chance to get a game in L.A. Yeah. I think I knew that Michael was a Yankees fan. And Miran says 61 degrees here. That feels weird for October.
we've been spoiled this past week. We had a couple of days in the mid 70s and one day in the 80s. So it was like, oh yeah, this is how winter should be.
Yeah, I mean, here in Kentucky, man, it's like you wake up and it's 35 degrees, and then like by the afternoon it's 81.
Oh,
Crazy.
man, that's it. I'm coming down. You got a house beside you somewhere?
You can just sleep here in the comic room, as long as you don't try to pilfer anything while you're here. The Geeky Puppet Show says, love those Marvel chillers. Oh, yeah, as do we. Great books. And Comics Embraces, LOL, great chillers books. Love the Bernie cover. Yeah.
Great stuff.
And Geeky says it's going to be 80 here on Tuesday. I have a feeling this winter is going to be bitterly cold. Oof.
Oh, don't say that. Oh, I'm already shivering down here. Oh my gosh, it's just, I'm not ready for winter.
And Michael Taylor says, great Weird War tales, especially that pterodactyl cover. Yeah.
There we go.
Ron says that giant size chiller for Tomb of Dracula was in one of the cover rankings on I Love Comics this month. Yeah. Good stuff.
Oh wow, cool beans.
And Jackson says they're telling us because of La Nina, we're going to have a hotter and drier winter down here in the South. Ooh.
Well, usually with that Nina thing, we have a milder winter up here. So I'm really hoping that's the case, you know. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Good deal. And Geeky says, I hope Rod is still getting those Frankenstein books. Latest issue was great.
I haven't picked up the latest one. I haven't made it to the comic store this past week. So, but I do plan on picking it up. And the first issue was very good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that reminds me. I've got a package coming in today. DC is doing that those Absolute books, and the Absolute Batman, the price is already spiking. So I got, while they were still like under $10, I got a couple copies, one for me and one for my son, because he was raving about it. He's got to read some of it online, and he said it's really cool. So to me, the Absolute books, I mean, basically they're just doing what Marvel did several years ago with the Ultimates line. But hopefully it'll be a good read. I'm going to check them out. And Dr. Ron Chill says Gil Kane lives.
Oh, you know what that means. There we go. Had to sneak that in there.
And live he does. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And Jack says giant size titles were quarterly. Yep. They were. Inky Palmer says, yes, Tigra. I finally finished that Chillers run. Yeah, I need a couple of issues and I'll have them all. I guess it was just like the 7 issues, maybe. I need a couple of them.
How many issues were there total? Do you know?
I think 7. I'm not sure on
so
that.
It's not very many yet.
No. Like I said, it's first period from Mordred, so that first one might be a few bucks. I'm not sure. I haven't checked it in a while. And Geeky says those tigers are perfect. And Comics Embrace says King Kirby. Yeah.
King Kirby.
Give it up for the king. And Dr. Von Chill says, Shannon, I think that Marvel Chillers number 3 has a letter from Frank Miller published on the letters page. Yes.
Oh, cool beans.
And Jackson says, I tried to date Tiger, but she was so catty. And Captain Street says, I need to visit Ollie's. Leo from Time Travel Comics and myself have been talking about a joint video trip to the closest one here, which is about 17 miles. I've never been to one. Hey, that'd be great. I'd say Chicago has got some great stuff in theirs. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I wish there was one around here, man.
And so does Michael Taylor.
Yeah. I'm with you, Michael. I'm with you.
And Ranger Slice says, same here, Michael Taylor. Yeah, we've got them all around.
Right there with you, Ranger.
Yeah, it's all like Ollie's and Dollar Tree and Dollar Store, Big Lots, and just all kinds of places like that. And Ron says, with all the Gil Kane being shown, we need the appreciation alarm. Rod knows which one. I mean, yeah, we
There we go. I was thinking along the same lines, Marina. You got it.
Partner was on top of it. And Captain Strangelove said, Toma Dracula. Nice run there, Shannon. Thank you, sir. And Dr. V says, I knew Ollie Rosenberg. He was a true eccentric. He lived with his wife and girlfriend in the Shapoki neighborhood of Harrisburg, PA. He's buried about 10 miles from my house. Awesome.
Wow. Cool.
And Michael says, Rod, the Kane signal is in the sky.
There we go.
And Eric K says, great bunch of books, Shannon. I loved when Marvel did Dracula, Werewolf, and Frankenstein in the 70s. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've talked about stuff like, because I love the Tomb of Dracula run. I need to complete that one, but I got the Frankenstein run, and my Werewolf run is just kind of getting started, but that'd be a nice one to collect, too.
I didn't pick up the Dracula ones. I had a couple of the early ones, especially number 2. I remember having, but I did like the Werewolf and the Frankenstein series. Those were cool. I really enjoyed those.
And the Geeky Puppet Show says all those Tim of Draculas always made me think of Eric Breen. I'm not going to ask why. And Michael Tell says, yeah, that does remind me of Detective Comics 31, probably inspired by it. Yeah. And I think later on they had a Neil Adams cover. It might have been like Batman 227. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I think they did it like an homage to that one. It was a Neil Adams cover. And it's one of those big high dollar books now.
Mm.
And Michael said, great book, Shannon. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
And Geeky Puppet Show says, dang, is Shannon streaming from the back room of a comic store? just a different viewpoint. It's all the same room, but yeah, I told the story like on the last video. I finally got what I call my sorting table cleaned off, so I can kind of organize while I'm back here. So I got 3 weeks off coming up in December and January, so I'm going to make good use of that time. I said, other than maybe going to visit family or grabbing some food or having to play music, I'm not getting inside of a car. Driving, I'm telling you.
I think you need a few more boxes though for back there.
Yeah, I do. I think I got like an empty spot up there somewhere, but I think that box is right here.
Oh, cool beans.
Hey,
how you doing, Rob? Great to have you with us.
Absolutely. He says, good morning, gentlemen, and hello to the Peanut Gallery.
Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. Appreciate it, my friend.
And comic book curator, yeah. Jeff.
How you doing, Jeff?
Yeah, he says, hello, everyone from Florida, driving and listening. We'll watch on the rewind. 77 degrees here.
Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah.
I envy you.
Yeah, I'm just got to play music inside tonight.
I envy you, Jeff.
And Werewolf says, I have the Veronica Marks figure still on card. Awesome.
Oh, wow. Cool beans. Hey. How you doing, sir? Great to have you with us once again.
He says, Doc, you in Wisconsin sounds like the same weather we had.
It's cold. It's cold. Of course, I get cold if it's below 80 anyway. I'm just an old fart. Hey, Scotty. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, he says, I'm exhausted. How y'all doing?
Doing all right for a Saturday morning, showing some comics, having some fun with a lot of cool folks in the Peanut Gallery.
Absolutely. And Dr. Von Till says, yeah, we had 80 degrees a couple of days ago here in South Central PA. Pissed me off. Must be a fan of the cooler weather.
Yeah, that's my wife. She likes it nice and cool. Man, she's still, up until a couple nights ago, she was still going to bed with a fan on,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's cold, brother.
And the Geeky Puppet Show says, Rod, stop buying comics and books. Invest into space heater for your basement.
Yeah, I really should. I'd be too afraid though, because there's so much paper down here. All you hear so many times people's houses burning up because they left it on or it tipped over and started a fire. I don't know. Hey, Micah.
Micah, Graphic Man's in the house.
Great to have you with us once again, Micah.
Glad you could join us. He says, today's Dr. Silverade's word of the day is pulp.
Yeah, because I couldn't remember it last week. Oh, my gosh. I could not remember that word to save my life. Total space.
And Scotty Z says, it's warm here, but that's normal.
Oh, nice. Wherever it's warm, that's where I want to go.
And the Geeky Puppet Show says, pardon my bad autocorrect. My phone is still waking up. You understand? We get texts from Rod all the time, and I'm like, what is this?
That's true, man. It's true. Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I think he sent me a text, seemed like a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, yeah, said something about me and Tim. And I'm like, Tim? I was like, does Tam know about you and Tim? What's going on there? He's like, that on autocorrect.
That's one of the mild mistakes that's made. There's been some that it's just been like, oh, why didn't I check that before I sent it? Because there was one I sent to my son, and it was something about something to do with I'm gonna have sex or something like that. And what I meant to say was 6. It was going to be at 6 o'clock. It was going to have it at 6 o'clock. He just wrote back that, the smiling, rolling, smiling emoji guy.
Yeah, I've saved all those texts, Rod, and I'm going to compile them into their greatest hits.
Oh, great. You blackmailed me?
Well, it depends. You got any comics that I want?
Whatever you need. Whatever you need.
Everyone says, good morning, G-Man, CBC, Under the Cow, Scotty, and Micah.
Cool beans. Great to have you all with us.
And the Geeky Puppet Show says, I'm in Wisconsin as well. Born and raised, Cal. LOL. And Scotty Z says, a joint video? All right, Cheech and Chong.
Old Cheech and Chong.
Yep. And QNS says, Rod, there are now 3 Ollies in Massachusetts. Worcester or Plymouth, you're closest.
Really? When did they open up? Because last time I checked, there was none around. Wow. I'll have to look that up. I wouldn't go to Worcester. Worcester's too far south. But Plymouth might be doable. That might be a special trip. Cool. Thank you for that, QNS. Thank you. I'll look that up.
Yes, Under the Cow says, where you at, Geeky? I'm 20 minutes south of Lake Winnebago.
Oh, Lake Winnebago. My gosh.
And Michael says, Hans, that would be a fun video. Yep. And Scotty says, it's a morning. Hope yours is better. Maranya, thanks for the well wishes. Yep.
Cool beans. Hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you could join us.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for spending your Saturday with us again. Appreciate it.
Yeah, always. And Geeky Puppet Show says, I'm 15 minutes south of Milwaukee.
Ah, okay. I get it.
And Michael Taylor says, I think Batman 222. Could be right. I got that book. I just don't know. Well, it's in the Batman box. Let's put it that way. So it's up there. And Werewolf says, those aren't comics in those boxes. That's Shannon's used sock collection. I just wanted it to look good.
Hey, Triple C, Rob, how you doing, man?
Hey, Rob, glad to see you. Appreciate you joining us. And he says, good morning, Peanuts. This goober says, hey.
Oh, hold on a sec. I got to plug in. I got to plug in the computer. Otherwise, I'll go dark here. There we go. Forgot to have my computer plugged in. Sorry about that.
And Captain Strangelove says, yeah, hey, we got the lead out. And Ron says, Scotty, my husband is recuperating from a broken wrist. He's got a couple weeks to go on the cast. You're welcome. Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah. But they'd still they're not going to have to have the surgery, right? I know at one point she was talking about she might have to go back for surgery. He might have to go back for surgery. So is he going to have the surgery or not, Maranya? We want to know.
And Scotty says, it's chilly. It says below 80 here.
Well, yeah.
And Dr. V says, I haven't been in a car for at least 2 months. Seriously, I envy you, sir.
Wow.
I envy you. And Ron says, hey there, lead paint and triple C. And Scotty Z says, 2 nights ago, I had a fan on. I always got the ceiling fan, but it's going slow, and I think it's mostly like for the background noise. Helps me sleep. And Scotty says, we only have space heater, and they don't tip over. Shut off button the bottom if they do. We're in the south on the ocean. We get 1 month on winter.
Nice. I'd like only 1 month of winter. I'd be in heaven.
And Michael says, speaking of baseball, I think my grandfather played high school ball with Hank Greenberg. I seem to remember being told that. Awesome.
Cool.
Hank Greenberg, that's big time.
Wow.
And Dr. V says it's in the mid-50s here at the moment, and I've got the windows open. Pauline loves it, and so do I. And Scotty Z says 6 o'clock. I'm sure that exists in some places.
Yeah. Just not in my world. Oh.
And Greg says, since Rob brought up fire, you shall make sure you have additional insurance for your collectibles. Regular policy is only going to cover a small fraction, whether for fire, flood, theft, etc. Yeah, this is true. I got a policy on mine right now.
I looked into it briefly a couple of years ago, and they wanted a whole boatload of money, so I haven't done anything with it yet. But I really need to really look into something like that. So, thank you for that.
And Hans says, get an oil heated radiator on the wheels, Rod. They are small, efficient, and safe. Awesome.
Well,
great idea.
Yeah, really. I like that. I got to do something.
And Scotty says, now, is Massachusetts a town or a state?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
And Greg says, I thought 15 minutes south of Milwaukee was called Chicago.
Oh.
And Hans says, those oil-heated radiators start at about $55 at Home Depot. Nice.
Oh, wow. I'll keep that in mind. I may have to check something like that out, but I just, where it's so confined down here. I mean, literally, I've only got this little short space with which to move around. I'd just be afraid any kind of heat source down here. When we start the wood stove up, probably some point next month, usually if I can get it, roaring throughout the day, it'll eventually make it around here, so it won't be quite as bad. It's just bad in the mornings because obviously you don't keep it running all night. So
yeah, he keeps saying he doesn't have any room. I think that's one of those hints like, Shannon, don't come visit me. There's not enough space for you.
There ain't enough space for me. Oh.
And Ron says,
oops, I'm sorry.
She says, no surgery, thankfully. He's healing nicely. Hey,
good. Good news.
And Dr. V says, in the dead of winter, I'll walk around draped in a shawl. I'm like an old woman now.
Oh, I'm cold just thinking about that. Ooh. Man, I got on a thermal long sleeve t-shirt and then another t-shirt on that. And then I got the Peacemaker thing. I'm just cold, man. Cold.
And Ron says, and according to the hubby, we have 2 ollies near us. Nice.
Oh, man. I'd be visiting them places every week, man.
Yeah, I got one about 10 minutes from me. And then where we were playing last night, there was one. So, like, every decent-sized town around here probably has one. And Michael Taylor says, you may be right about 227, Shannon. I just know it was in the 220. Yeah. I'm not sure myself. That was just a number that popped in my head, Michael. And Ron says John and his babushka just curl up with Polly.
There we go, the babushka. Hey, all right, we got another pause line. That means some more comics. So,
Hey, how about this? Since we both got to do a cutoff, we'll just do 2 lightning rounds back to back, and then maybe we'll try to get to the comments before we have to leave. If you want to do it that way.
sure, we can do that.
All
righty. Let's see here. What do I got to show off this time? Yeah. I'll do a lightning round with another one of my favorite characters here. And favorite character of my brother there. But we'll start off with some strange sports stories. Number 1, with the devil out there on the mound.
Yeah, I got this series. I love that. Was one of those house ad things. I said, oh, I got to have those.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. And then I got Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion, number 11.
Oh, yeah.
Nice green cover. I like those green ones. All right. Then we get into a little series that I know you like and I like. The Spectre.
There we go.
Number 1.
Yeah, that's another one of those that I was really happy to complete.
Just a great character. Never get tired of the Spectre. There we go with Neil Adams.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's great stuff. You have Murphy Anderson, you had Neil Adams. I think later on they did some like some Hour Man backups by Dick Dillon. Isn't that right?
In Spectre?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe in the later ones.
Yeah.
Oh, this is probably my favorite cover of the series. Number 3, Neil Adams. Got Wildcat there on the cover.
You got a little Wildcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved all those team ups he did with Batman and Brave and Bold.
There's some more Neil Adams.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of reminiscent of some of those Dead Man covers he did in Strange Adventures.
Yeah. And here we go with number 5, Fugitive from Justice. Giant Spectre.
The moral there is
number 6. It looks like got some pilgrims going after him. Wrong. You need to save this for Thanksgiving. And here he is, the Spectre, telling you the ruins of the almighty dollar.
Yeah, good stuff.
This is another cool cover, too. Number 8.
Yeah.
I just like the logo and everything. It's cool. Here's number 9. Number 9. Book of Judgment. And number 10.
Yeah, that's a great series.
The Eyes Have It. And then I had these. I must have pulled these out along with it, but it's the, let's see, what was this? 1987, April of 1987, with the Spectre starting up a new series.
Oh, yeah, I love that one. I just need a few to complete that. That's a great series. Those covers are awesome.
But, all right. Oh, that. We'll put those over there. Now we'll switch over to you. There we go.
We got a few more spooky books we can show. How about some Uncanny Tales, number 1.
Nice.
And number 2, out of the swamp comes the most fearsome monster of all. It's not Man-Thing. It's not Swamp Thing. It's not the Heap. And I don't remember who it is.
Oh, speaking of the Heap, guess what's in the mail? It should be delivered today.
What's that?
Heap. The Heap.
Awesome.
Yeah, baby.
And we got number 3, Uncanny Tales. Number 4 says, "Hear me, brother. Tonight we turn the captive human into one of us, into a vampire. No, in the name of heaven, no."
Dun 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 dun.
And this is a beloved childhood copy, number 5. You can tell it's been well loved.
Nice.
Don't go in the cellar. They always say that, but somebody always goes down there. I always wondered about that in horror movies. Hey, there's a monster out in the woods. Let's go see. And here we have number 6. There's no sign of any inhuman monster around here, Mitch. Looks like we've seen the last crow.
Ooh.
So I'm assuming if that's a crow coming out of the ground, then he was wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't look too healthy.
And here's another childhood copy, number 7. Marla, Marla, dearest, where are you? Why did you run away from me, leaving only your slipper to lure me on? That almost sounds like a Marty Robbins song right there. My darling, and I will share my secret with you forever. Never dance with a vampire. They have 2 left feet and fangs. And there we have a few issues shy on this one, but I don't. These are hard. You never hardly see these out anywhere unless you go to a show.
Exactly right.
Any of these Marvel reprint, the monster and horror books. I mean, you have to go online. Just very seldom you see these. There's number 12. That's a cool cover.
Yeah. Wow.
And no collection would be complete without a run of ARG.
Yeah, there we go. Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Spoofing some horror stuff. Little funny little title. And there's another one, apparently. I need another with a VG on it. I don't know why. This is the first issue I had of this. And you got some artwork by Tom Sutton here. It's called Gerald's World. This is like one of my favorite all-time comic stories. You need to check this out. And this is, I guess, let me see if this is number 2. I might have another copy. But yeah, this is actually number 2 of ARG. Hey, look on the back. Evil Knievel stunt cycle. I had this.
Awesome.
But you got a great, looks like a John Severin cover on this one. But the story Gerald's World, I mean, it is beyond hilarious. You know, kind of reminds you of Mad magazines, like he's a big horror fan, and then somehow he gets sucked into the TV and gets sucked into the horror world. And it's just, it's really reminiscent of Mad, a lot of those great old comics that spooked horror stuff. So, yeah, that story gets my highest recommendation. If you want to be entertained, Tom Sutton's one of my favorite art. So, ARG number 2. Now. So, got a couple more here in this series. I think there was 5 altogether. Here's number 3. And this cover, believe it or not, is about Alfredo Alcala.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Keep quiet, Esmeralda. You want the Bigfoot to hear us? Besides, girls aren't supposed to say ARG. Big fun for Halloween, guys.
There you go.
And even more fun if you got an extra. And here's number 4. Ha! Got him. No monster can escape the Night Gawker. I'm sure that's a play on Night Stalker. Cold Jack.
Night Gawker. I love it.
And last issue, number 5. Tell me, Count Varicose, how long have you had the disillusion that you're a vampire? Monster therapy, folks. Monster therapy. All right, that's all I got.
All righty. We'll bring us back together. And there we go. Thank you once again, Maranya. Appreciate that. All righty, and here we go. We got the Geeky Puppet Show, and he says it will be 40 wind chill, minus 40 wind chill, and I'll still sleep with a fan on. I have a heated mattress topper I use for my lower back. Oh my gosh, minus 40 and a fan on? I'd be a block of ice.
And Scotty says it gets so cold in the winter month we see ice on the windshield at dawn, but it thaws by the time the sun gets above the trees.
Oh, wow. Dr. Von Chilla says Batman 227 is the Castle homage cover. 222 is the Beatles cover.
Yeah, I knew 222 stuck out for a reason. Yeah, that's the Beatles homage. Yeah.
There we go. Cool beans. Thank you, Dr. Von Chilla.
Both Neil Adams covers, by the way. Michael Taylor says Sex O'Clock exists in adult.
There you go.
They're just not going to let that go, Rod.
Around the clock, he says.
And World says, not the adult movies I watch, Michael. It's usually 1 p.m. with a pizza. I've said
too much. Oh, Michael Taylor says, good to hear, Maranya, about the surgery, not needing the surgery. Absolutely.
And Dr. Reed is also echoing that sentiment. Glad to hear good news on your end, Maranya.
Cool beans. Easy Comic Reader says, the Spectre. He's showing love for the Spectre. Yeah, baby.
Exactly. Yeah. And Michael says, Spectre is another title I would like to collect when I start again. Never had it before. Oh, yeah. Put it on your list, my friend.
There you go. Absolutely. Put it on the list. He says, we call that Scooby-Doo cover on England Teens cover ranking.
And Michael says, fantastic Spectres, Rod.
Oh, thank you, Michael. Appreciate that, my friend. Hey, Robert. Robert Harrison 2.0, another neighbor to the north. How you doing, Bob? He says, I've been watching for a while.
We're glad you've been watching for a while. We appreciate it, Bobby.
Absolutely. Did you guys, if you get a chance, he did a video over the last week where he was like doing an auction, going to auction off a book, and I can't remember what the book was, but oh my God, was it funny? Oh my God. Because it was just all tongue in cheek, making fun of speculators and stuff like that. It was great. It was great. If you get a chance, go check it out. Absolutely funny.
And Dr. V says, lunch today is grilled tuna steak, Caesar salad, and cornbread. Sounds good. Hope to see y'all next week. Please love yourselves and you as well, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much, John. Have a great week, my friend. Take care. And Maranya says, hello there, Robert.
And Michael says, sounds good, John. Later.
And Maranya says, John, I wish I could make a road trip for that lunch. You and Lady Pauline take care.
And ECR says, we need more dancing vampires.
Dancing vampires. There you go. It sounds like a group, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Robert Harrison says, hi to Maranya.
And Michael Taylor says, I always love that Evil Knievel back cover ad. Fond memories playing with the stunt cycle in front of my childhood home. Oh, yeah. I was right there with you.
Under the Cowl says, never seen ARG. Those look great. Another horror series I need to watch for.
Oh, yeah. And I think they're pretty easy on the wallet, too.
Yeah.
And Michael says, terrific book, Shannon. Rod, Shannon, great show as always. Had a blast. Rod, Shannon, and Peanut Gallery have a great weekend upcoming week. And you as well, sir. Thank you for joining us, Michael.
Yes, thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it. Once again, have a great rest of your week as well. Hey, Sleepy Rita, Damien. How you doing? He says, howdy, howdy, how.
Join us, Damien.
Yes, sir, Bob. And then we got the Jackson Roykirk saying, sleepy.
And Maranya says, take care, Rod, Shannon, the Peanut Gallery, the nuts of the day, the studio audience, and Maranya's Legion of Peanut Pets. Stay safe, warm, and hydrated. And you as well, kind lady.
Yes, words to live by. Thank you so much, Maranya, for all you do for us. And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, Howl, are you still awake, Damien? I think that catches us up with everybody in the Peanut Gap. Oh, there we go. Hold on. We got another visitor. Hey. Great to have you with us, Gold Key Geezer.
Good to see you, buddy. It's been a long time. How you doing, Robert?
He says,
says,
I know I'm. Go ahead.
Go ahead. He says, I know I'm coming in late, but hello all. Well, thank you, sir, for being here. We appreciate anybody who wants to pop in. And if you want to go back and see the replay, and we're glad to see you. We need more Gold Key user videos is what we need.
There we go. Absolutely. Thank you so much for spending your Saturday with us. Appreciate it. There we go. And Sleepy Rita says, Jackson.
And ECR says, y'all take care. Have a great weekend. And you as well, sir.
Yes, you too, Easy. Thank you once again for your comic song of the day. Appreciate it as always, my friend. And Maranya says, Gold Key. Just check the show out on the replay.
And RDV's in the house.
Hey, RDV.
Glad to see you. He says, we will be live later tonight at 9:05 p.m. Eastern for another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adventure reading. Awesome.
There we go.
Check that out.
Yep, check them out. Tune in. Be part of it. You know, offer to read a part. They'll let you in. Cool beans. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So check them out. Michael Taylor says hi to Damien.
And also to hi RDV.
And RDV says subscribe to the Geeky Puppet Show. There we
Not
go.
an option. Crazy Hungarian says another great show. Have a great weekend. Happy Halloween, and you as well, sir. Up there
yes, sir, Joe. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Absolutely. Thank you for spending another Saturday with us, and look forward to your next video. Definitely check out Crazy Hungarian. Joe, he's got some really good videos up there for you. So check them out. Whoops.
Comics,
went
toys,
to click
games,
on it.
all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah.
Where was I? There we go. Okay. There we go.
And Ron says Cowabunga RDV.
The pizza slice. That's how I'm all for this pizza.
I know he's going to jump all over that.
And Love Pay. Greg, he says, hey, Giza, long time no see.
And Werewolf says, my wife calls me Shirley now. Easy. Shirley,
it's now fully ingrained in his house. And Gold Key Giza says, I often do.
And Go King says hi to Lead Paint.
And the Jackson Roy Kirk says, thank you, Rod and Shannon, Anthony and Maranya, and the memories and all, and of course, the easiest of comic readers for that #1 comic book memories hit. There we go. Well, thank you, Jackson, for spending another Saturday with us, man. Always fun to have you in the peanut gallery, my friend.
Oh, yeah. And ECR says, sorry, Wolfie, going to make you a new manly man, too. That sounds like a Saturday Night Live skit with Michael Palin. And he was a manly man.
Manly man. He's a manly man. And Maranya, she's giving out the Geeky Puppet Show address right here, URL. So definitely check them out, sub them up, and don't be afraid to be part of it. Like I said, they'll have you in there, and you do some reading with them. It's a lot of fun. I haven't done it in a while, and I've been meaning to get back there. Someday I will, but it's a lot of fun.
Good deal. And Damien says, hi, Michael. Greetings, Verania. Millie is asking for breakfast. Wolfman, yes.
RDV says, werewolf, what are you outside of lunchtime? What are you outside of lunch? I get you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See? Yeah.
Shirley? Yeah.
Hey, August Aesthetic, how you doing?
Double A, glad to see you. Glad you could join us here.
Yes, thank you so much for being with us, Double A. He says, greetings, Rod and Shannon, and greetings to you, sir.
And Maranya says, behave yourself, Laverne.
And Maranya also says, hey there, August.
And Double A says, thank you, Lady M.
And Werewolf by Lunchtime says, werewolf by leg time, RDV. I'm not sure.
And Robert Harrison says, thanks for the shout out, guys. Absolutely.
Oh, Absolutely, yes. It's so that video, Robert. You don't realize how much I was laughing so hard at that video, man. That's hysterical. So,
Hey,
and
werewolf says bird.
and the Jackson Roykirk says, "Don't want to see werewolf by 6 o'clock time." Oh no!
And Ron says, "Oh my, Laverne."
And Sleepy Rita, he's laughing out loud.
And RDB says, "LMAO Jackson, bad. I don't need that image." Yeah, they keep putting that image in our heads.
That's it. I need some mental floss. And Captain Strange Hans, he says, "Take care, guys. Great show as always. I'm off to do some Halloween decorations in the world of stuff." All cool beans.
Awesome. Yeah.
We get to see another video of the decorated world of stuff, I hope.
Yeah. I mean, he always does great videos, especially around Halloween. It's his favorite time of year, as is with a lot of us. But if anybody hasn't checked out Hans's channel, I mean, you need to go now and you will enjoy yourself. The man has it
Absolutely.
all. He's a great host, great guy. So just please check him out.
You will be amazed for hours.
You will.
And Lead Paint Greg, he says, "See ya, Hans."
That Michael says sounds like tons of fun, Hans. Later.
And Well by Lunchtime says, "What's wrong with that image? I'm not that hairy."
Yeah, I need to take a scrub brush up here.
Yeah, there we go.
One of us says, bye. See you soon, Captain.
RDV says, "Later, guys. I'm off to take a nap and pray I don't have nightmares. Thanks to Jackson." There we go. Well, good luck. Good luck. Oh. And the Jackson Roykirk says, "Yes, show us around the world of stuff, Captain." Absolutely.
And Hans says, "Thanks, everybody, giving us some love, and love to you, my friend."
Yes, 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 yes. Hans, thank you so much, man. And I think that catches us up. Oh, did I get another one? Here we go. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that's the one we just did. Okay. We are caught up. And it's just 12 on the nose, so that's perfect timing. So, all right, brother. I know you got to get out of here, and so do I. So I'm sure we'll be in touch.
Yeah, we got a busy week. Well, just a heads up, and I'm sure the people that are already gone, you can probably relay this when you do next week. But as of right now, I got to work next Saturday. We all got to work next Saturday, and then 2 weeks after that, on the 16th, we have to work on a Saturday. So I will be on assignment, unfortunately.
Okie dokie.
Well, next week is like, okay, working Saturday, and the comic show is Sunday, so I'm thinking I might take a vacation day on Monday.
I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, and then on the 16th, I know we're playing that same night, so it's going to be another one of those long weekends. Not in the. I mean, I love the music, but man, the body is just not wanting to keep up.
It stinks getting old. Oh, well, I don't think I have a whole lot going on. I'm just going to be working with my son this afternoon so we can get that wood stacked. And then I'm sure there'll probably be a pizza in our future so I can help pay him back. And other than that, we'll just take each day as they come. So, but I'll be back next week. We'll be back. Well, in one form or another, we'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. Thank everybody so much for being a part of it. Without you guys in the Peanut Gallery, we wouldn't be what we are. And so thank you all very, very much. Greatly appreciate it. And you guys have a great rest of your week.
Absolutely.
All right. And we'll see everybody next week. Like I said, same bat time, same bat channel. And then we'll do it all again. Take care, everybody.